How do you know if your child is ready for school or pre-K? And how can you help your child at any age be ready for school or pre-K? My name is Dr. Noha Polack. I'm a pediatrician. I've been practicing pediatrics in Union City and Bayonne, New Jersey since 1996. And today I'm joined by Cindy Kravetz, who's our great nurse practitioner. Hello, Cindy.
Hi, Dr. Polack. My name is Cindy Kravetz. I am a pediatric nurse practitioner here at Progressive Pediatrics. I started my pediatric nursing in 1995 in a hospital, and I have been a pediatric nurse practitioner since 2003, also working in a hospital and a clinical setting.
Wow, you have a lot of experience, Cindy, and you have children, am I right?
I have, we could say 5 children, 4 children and 1 husband.
Understood. So you know all about getting your kids ready for school and about school readiness. Is that right? Both from a professional and from a personal standpoint.
I sure do. I even have a very wide spectrum of children to get ready for school. Some at the college level, some at high school level, some at an elementary level, and my husband actually works in the school as well.
Wow, you have a lot of school experience. So
yes.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that. Okay, so Cindy, can you help me understand how can the parents of an infant get them ready for school eventually?
Wow, these parents are really in an exciting position because you as a parent are really the first teachers for your child. Establishing routine, consistency, discipline, and helping them learn how to speak and communicate are really key opportunities for you to help your child get ready for school.
That's awesome. You're right. So just establishing consistency and routines at home helps your child be ready for school. And then you could start that as soon as you have an infant. Absolutely. That's great. Also helping them play with other children or with other people in general, giving them lots of hugs. That's all part of school readiness. So Cindy, let's talk about preschoolers. Let's say this is a 3-year-old who's never been in school before. How can a parent make sure or assess whether the child is ready to go to school?
So that's a very great question, because there's so many different answers that you really need to assess on having that 3-year-old go to school for the first time, which is also very exciting. First thing is their physical well-being. So here at Progressive Pediatrics, we actually screen for hearing and vision, which is a very important tool for you to use in the school setting. So we are able to assess if they have adequate hearing and vision. We also physically assess them. Is their body ready to sit in the classroom? Are they physically healthy to be in the classroom around other children as well? We also like to discuss emotional regulation. Can they control their emotions? Are they ready to control that impulsiveness if they have that, or limit their aggressive behavior, or able to communicate with teachers as well as student peers? So we are able to help you establish if that is a concern or if they're ready to go. Is your child curious? Are they enthusiastic to start the school? As a 3-year-old, this is what, if you have older children, this is what the older kids are doing, and they want to very much be like that. Also, this could be a very first opportunity for them to interact with other children their age. And the last thing is, as a parent, you can actually help them practice listening and speaking, so they'll be able to communicate with others. So those are really exciting things that as a parent, you can start doing before your child goes to school.
That's right. So if you've got a preschooler, we got to make sure they can hear and see. We give them a good checkup. And the rest of it is kind of about emotional things that they can do to be ready for school. And so as parents, there's a lot you can do to get them ready for school, and we'll be happy to walk you through that. Now let's talk about the older kids that haven't been in school for a whole year, most of them, to be honest, and now they're going to be expected to go right back to school. So how do we get them ready at any age, whether they're 5 or 15? So I would recommend that we start to slowly increase their exposure to other people in the community. If your library is open, like mine is in my town, I would recommend you get a library card, go in, get a book, just have them be in that environment for a few minutes. If there's a library program, like a reading program or anything that they can join, great idea to do now before school starts. I would also recommend that you take a few walks to school, even before it opens. Let's get used to the routine. This is how we're gonna get to school. We're gonna walk this way, or we're gonna drive this way. And then if the school playground is open, what a great idea to have the child play on the school playground a few times so that they get comfortable with just the outside of the building, what it looks like. And playing outdoors, with other kids is a great idea to get them ready for school. If there's a summer program that they can enroll in for a couple of weeks, that will also be helpful to get them ready for school this year. And if your children are now sleeping in the middle of the night, like 1 or 2 a.m. to go to bed, it's time to slowly change that routine. It does not take only 1 week to change your bedtime. It takes many weeks. So let's start getting your children back to the point where they can sleep 8 to 10 hours in a row before they have to get up and perform in school. So that is my recommendation as to how to get older kids ready to go back to school. Don't forget, our children this year have been through a great trauma with this pandemic. So both the school, the medical professionals, and the parents have to be very understanding. These children need some time to readjust to being in school again. We all have to be understanding, offer them resources, mindfulness if possible. If they need a counselor to talk to about anxiety about going back to school, we can help provide that for them. And as parents, just being understanding that it's not the same anymore. They're going to have different things to think about and different anxieties. So I wanted to say these things, and I want you to know that we at Progressive Pediatrics are available 7 days a week in Union City and 5 days a week in Bayonne to help you take care of your family, to help your children get ready for school. We are ready to do your children's school physicals if you need us to. And Cindy and I are working to help keep your kids healthy. Right, Cindy?
We're really excited to be there for you.
Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.